Hello and welcome back to our YouTube channel. We are as always ARNE and CARLOS.
And we're here with our patchwork and our quilting as we have done a few episodes now. I think we're starting to warm up to this, Arne. Yeah. I mean, we've had a lot of fun doing this and we are going to keep doing this for a while. So the story is that we began with a show and tell where we showed some of our quilts and the patchwork stuff that we did. And it was especially this one here, the what I call the little layers on layers on layers of beautiful things from our stash. And this is what we have been doing. So we started off by doing the square. We did this last time. And now we are going to continue embellishing it. We're going to continue layering things on top to make it even more beautiful than it is. Yeah. And while Arne embellishes this one, we've started on the second one that is going to go next to that one. So we're looking forward to keep doing this and showing you how we do it.
And today we will show you a little bit about how we use lace to embellish the pieces. So we have this this lace, something we found in the flea market in Paris. And you see,
actually, it was the Marché Saint-Pierre, so it's the fabric market.
It's a fabric market in Paris.
Near Zachrison and Montmartre.
You see, I don't remember these things. But this is nice. And
Very
we
nice.
used a lot of these flowers already. This one is broken, so we have to go to this one. Because if you remember from the last video, we had a problem under this lace.
Yeah, there's a little gap.
A gap, so we will close the gap by putting a flower. So we cut out the motif we want from the lace.
And this is kind of like the beginning of the layers. So you start with a little something and then you keep going and adding and adding. And then in the end of the day, you have this really layered patchwork, which is really cool. I love the effect of that.
Yeah, the more, the merrier.
Well, yeah, for these, I think that too much can never be
too much
enough.
can never be enough. Well, it can be, but
that's what makes it good.
Yeah. And we don't know what this will be. Maybe it will be a tablecloth, maybe it can be a pillow or a blanket. Or
could be a bedspread.
Yeah. So then you just place the motif that you cut out, and remember, have the right side pointing up because it's kind of not so nice on the back. So then you just place the lace where you want it to cover up stuff, and then you stitch it down by hand.
And if you happen to have it as a tablecloth and you spill some coffee on it and you don't want to wash it,
add more.
So go get another one of these and put that over the coffee stain. Problem solved. Very, very practical, huh?
You can put a needle there. So we just...
And while you do that, I'm going to continue.
You can sew that one because we have
my
another lace
patchwork.
we want to show you. And we can put that on that one. So when you attach these pieces of lace, we just go up and down like this, like, I don't know what the stitches are called, but it's just up and down, short stitches, just to attach it to the fabric. So, but this is the simple piece of lace that you can use. So you go like this all around. But then I can show you another thing which is very nice. If you find a piece of lace, something like this, see, this is like with flowers, and we used a lot of it, but there's still some flowers. And this can be very nice if you cut it out. And the plan was to put it on the one that Carlos is sewing now. And use a small scissor and you just cut out the flower from the lace. So cut it all the way around.
I think I need to iron this.
Well, you can iron because this takes time.
Yeah.
But I don't have to cut all of it, but you will see how nice it will be when you what we call applicate?
Yeah.
Applicate flowers on fabric. This is almost like, I think they did something like this for the wedding dress of the, what's her name? The one who married the prince in England? Not
Meghan?
No, the other one.
Catherine?
Catherine?
I think both of them had the appliqued lace.
Yeah, I heard that the dress for Catherine was made of lace that was cut out
appliqued.
and applicated.
So I think the veil that Meghan had was also the same. It was appliqued on the...
So this is haute couture.
Yeah, this is pretty much it. Except we don't have to go wash our hands every 30 minutes too.
Maybe we should.
They had to do that, I read, because the fabrics were so white.
Well, this is not for a princess.
That's true.
As far as we know, maybe. So you see now you get the motif out of the lace, which can be very nice when you put it on fabric. You see how the leaves work. I'm not sure if the leaf will work because it's so thin. So I think we need to have some of the holes of the lace between the leaves, because if you look close at this, you see this line on the outside. That's kind of the thing that makes it easier to cut, but the leaves are quite nice, so I try to keep them. So, but the cool thing with lace is that there's like so many nice motifs. If you go into the lace and you take out what you need or what you like, and then you place it on other colors and stuff. So I think I stopped there just to show you if you're ready with your piece.
With my piece?
Yeah, are you ready with the piece?
Yeah, I'm having a little bit of an issue with the scissor.
I know, we should buy a new scissor.
Yeah.
So, but now we're going into sewing again, so now
we need new tools.
We need new tools, and we bought a new scissor for paper because we started to cut a lot of paper again. We haven't done that for a while, and we use the scissors all over, so it's not good for the scissors.
There we go. There we go.
There you go. And you see that nice blue fabric will have this lace on top.
Appliqued on top.
Applicated. Yes. So when you place this on, you can place it like wherever you want, but it's very nice to have it on a plain collar. I have to cut out all of this.
And then you sew it in by hand.
And again, you sew it in by hand like I show on this one. It's just the short stitches on the edge that goes like up and down, because that's enough. It holds the lace in place. And remember, there's like no limits you can put on.
Yeah. And then sometimes you can even do it as well so that this part is loose.
It can be loose if it's...
you could go around the circle inside.
If you feel like it has a purpose, or if it's something very beautiful under, you can leave it loose some places. You could actually also sew it just in the middle, so you have those leaves popping up. But on this one, we had to sew it down because it was a problem.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a problem. It was just... it needs to kind of overlap and close the seam. Yeah.
So I take off this tut. Hi Freya. So that's like 2 ways of doing lace, and then you see on this one there's even this nice ribbon which you can also take out and you can applicate it down.
Exactly, so that you're not throwing away.
Don't throw away anything.
You're cutting out flowers from here, you're appliquing them onto the patch, to the squares, and then you take this and then you find another place where you can use it.
And this fabric is something we made a wedding dress, another wedding dress for a friend, and this is Actually, we didn't do the whole dress. We
Just
did the cape, and this was the cape. And this is a very thick, beautiful lace. But you can actually take off this,
the
little scissor. You can take off this part. So if you want to have, you can have this like as a ribbon. Where's the beginning? It's on this side. No, I just have to make a beginning. So I take it up from there. So then you can take off pieces you need.
That's really nice.
Because it takes time, but you can take it off and you use these bubbles as a ribbon. Yeah.
Oop, Freya.
And if you're careful, you actually have another fabric under. You see? There's another pattern under the thick lace. So you just take it off carefully, and then you have a new piece of beautiful ribbon you can put on your stuff. You see, then you get the things like this, which you can just appliqué.
It's French.
Appliquéing. Okay, so then you add more, and it looks nice.
Yeah.
You can also have these. Like this is like the ribbon you buy per meter, which is very nice. You can put them like anywhere if there are a problem under, or if you want to add some special piece.
Not that there's a problem under this, but where would we put it here?
On this one, maybe yeah, that's a nice place because you have that strange thing
there
going
you go.
on.
Yeah,
like
this
that.
is really good. Yeah,
Could be on that one, or there we put the normal seam. You could also put something over that seam if you think that's a problem. Then you can actually use something like this and just add it by hand
a little,
to hide a seam.
Or you could do a little band of this kind.
Yeah.
Maybe not this color, but oh yeah, why not? A little band of this could also go on top of a seam.
Or like if you sew these two pieces together, if you have a problem in the, like when you sew them together, if it's not 100% covered up, then you put on
the ribbon. Yeah.
The ribbon, and you hide it.
Yeah, and then you can do it. And then you can do it if we go back to the
like on that
original one that we did, that we've already showed. Once you attach the squares, you could do it on purpose, like we've done, to cover all the seams, all the squares.
The seams.
And here you see the different lace as well. You've got the cutouts here. Actually, these are not cut out.
That's the real stuff.
Yeah, and then you've got the little flowers. They're here, and you've got that part there. So it's all kind of coming together.
And then one last thing. If this is not lace, but if you have something like a heavy fabric with a lot of beads, it's not easy to sew it because you can easily break the needle. So in this case, you will just cut out and you will put it on by hand again.
Very gently, the same way as we did
the same way.
Yeah.
Or if you need to hide some raw edges, you just fold them carefully under and you stitch it down in a matching color. This piece is nice.
Actually, yeah, we should definitely use it.
So if we put like this white under somewhere there, and we can have this one in the corner, we can use the whole piece.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
There's sequence there. Okay.
Yeah.
That's how we do the decoration with lace.
And then just keep adding and adding and adding. And remember that when it comes to crazy quilting, too much is never enough.
No, but there's another one I have to say before we leave.
Oh, okay.
We have some antique lace and something we got from like our family, really old stuff.
Yeah, this one here.
This one is handmade by my grandmother.
Yeah. So these are very, very special pieces.
This is something we got from a lady in Finland, and it's handmade, and it's in the stash with the lace, but we don't feel like cutting it.
Not yet. We're looking for that
The special piece.
project where we definitely will be using our antique lacing.
So some pieces are too nice to cut, and
Yeah, so these have never been cut. These are more or less the way they are. And I mean, at one point, if we have to cut them, we will cut them, but we will put them in that special project that is not here yet.
this is also another piece that is a little bit problematic to cut.
Yes, but for other reasons.
Yeah.
This is more an emotional reason. This is more of a,
The beauty.
yeah, plus the beads are making
And the
it
beads.
really hard.
Okay.
So, I think that you now get the basic understanding of how we do our crazy quilts. We hope that you have enjoyed this episode. Please go away. No, sorry. So, we hope that you've enjoyed this episode and you get a little bit more understanding for how we do our quilts. So, I'm sure that you'll be running away now and going to your stash and getting out all those little things that you've been saving, all those laces that you didn't know what to do with or that you were too afraid to cut because you found that special project that you really want to do, applicating these things, and which is the way it should be. I mean, we're here to inspire you and to help you and to show you what can be done. And once you get the basics of what can be done, then the universe is endless. You can do anything you want. So with those wise words, Arne,
That was very wise.
yes, that was very wise. So with those wise words, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you like what you see. And if you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe. We would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for this week. And we will see you again next week
See you
when we
next
bring you new
week.
tutorials and more fun episodes.
Bye.
Bye.